If you're an agency owner and you're not worried about AI stealing your wife and, more importantly, way more importantly, stealing your business, you should be. In today's video, I'm gonna show you 3 ways that you can build what I like to call like a moat around your agency and your business to prevent both AI from f***ing up your life and stealing your business, and from other competitors who are like half your age who lie about the results they get their clients. Especially true from meta ad agencies. So my name's Gavin. I make these videos really just to document my own journey, have a bit of fun, and hopefully share some tips and tricks with other people who are starting their own agency. Honestly, I know I'm stupid, silly, but I do think some of the stuff I say has some value. So let's get into it. There are 3 ways that you can build a moat or like a defensible position to prevent other businesses from competing with you. The reality is I run an email and SMS marketing agency, and most agency owners, whether you do cold email, whether you do SEO, whether you do ads, your offer is commoditized. The space is commoditized. It is very hard to create a unique way to prevent other people from competing with you on price or prevent AI from eventually just ruining your life. The 3 ways that I see you being able to create a defensible moat is the following. Number 1, creating a specific strategy that no one else can replicate. Number 2, acquiring or creating proprietary technology that you build into your business that other people can't replicate. Or number 3, building just a massive off brand that no one else could duplicate. I'm trying to go for number 3, but let me explain every single one, and I'll explain the one that I'm doing at the very end so you watch the whole video and then increase my watch time, which increases the reach of this video. Amazing. Okay, so number 1 is creating a strategy. Now, the reality is most strategies in this space have already been tried, they're already been used. There's not a whole lot we can do. For example, as an email marketer, I can bring segmentation, I can bring advanced segmentation to the table, I can bring some advanced flows to the table, but the reality is there are a bunch of other agencies out there that can do that already. And so what happens is I end up having to compete with these people on price, and odds are, so are you. On top of that, AI is coming. The reality is AI, for example, if you're a copywriter, you have to have a very, very high level skill set. Otherwise, AI is just going to replace you, and then you end up competing down to the bottom dollar, right? It's like a race to the bottom. So the strategy thing, I don't think is actually a way that I'd try and pursue, because the way that AI is going, the way that it's evolving, the strategy stuff is all kind of just getting turned into a massive algorithm. It's going to be hard to compete with that. The second way is to build a proprietary piece of tech that makes your service offer intrinsically more valuable, right? If I think about it in the words, or rather in the world of email marketing, that could be a tool that no one else has that I can offer for free to my clients or at a heavily discounted rate. For example, first-party data reveal, or revealing anonymous users on a client's website to then increase how many people we can send emails to. If I were to build that tech and then install it for my clients, that would make my service offering that much more sticky and that much more valuable to those clients, because, oh my God, Gavin has this technology that no one else has. Now that's quite hard to build. It takes a lot of money, takes a lot of investment, and once again, the way that AI is kind of going, it feels like you'll see a tech company one day, have 20 staff, and then with this new ChatGPT update, they're wiped off the face of the earth. I see that happen like all the goddamn time. But it is a route, right? And I will say it makes your clients want to stay with you because they have a technology that they can only get with you as long as you explain the value of that technology. And if you ever want to sell your agency, right? If you ever want to exit, the value of your agency, if you have a proprietary piece of tech, is going to shoot up through the roof, because not only is the other company that's buying you going to be buying your client list and your branding and your internal SOPs, that's kind of the value of most agencies, they're also buying a unique piece of technology that they cannot get anywhere else. So that's another great way to build like a defensible moat in a position to just keep shoving the competition into the crocodile waterway that surrounds your petty kingdom of an agency. The third way, and this is the way that I'm going, is building a massive brand or a personal brand around your company. So how I'm doing this is I'm trying to grow my YouTube, my Twitter, my LinkedIn, and essentially building up enough of a following and enough of authority that that authority in itself becomes my moat. right? Because if somebody new comes into the game and offers email marketing, and they offer a very similar service with very similar results, which honestly in this commoditized space is what happens, both of us, if we're equal, end up competing on price. You don't want to be doing that. Instead, what you can do is you can compete with this individual with perceived expertise or influence. And that is done by actually building up enough of a following and enough of a profile so that when somebody comes to you, the perceived authority that you have from YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter outstrips anything that the competition can have. And the reason it's defensible is because it takes a bunch of time to actually build that moat in the first place, right? Building that moat, i.e. the influence, subscribers, followers, and LinkedIn, that becomes your moat. And for me, I'm on 750 subscribers on my other YouTube channel right now. Check it out. And we're at this place now where, it's taken me 2 years to get that. I will say I'm pretty underwhelmed by the results, but somebody else coming into the game is gonna have to put in 2 years of work just to get to where I am now. You see what happens? All of a sudden, my perceived influence and my perceived expertise is higher than that person because I have the social proof through the videos, but I am also in a position now where they have to work that much longer to get to where I am currently. And while they're working, my moat is getting bigger and bigger because I'm continuously feeding the influence machine that I'm trying to produce. So those are the 3 ways that I'd recommend trying to protect your agency against AI and the competition. I mean, the reality is you need to build a defensible position. And once again, that's either through a unique system or strategy, which is kind of hard to do nowadays, building in proprietary technology into your service offering, which is expensive and hard, but definitely worth looking into. You could even look at acquiring a technology, but those are typically quite expensive. Or 3, just building enough influence, enough of a following that you can make that your moat as well. If you like this video, fantastic. Subscribe to the channel. I'm desperate for your validation. Check out the newsletter, check out my website, check out a bunch of other cool stuff. If you have any questions, let me know. I answer everything that you guys have, and I'll see you in the next video.